It looks like the DeepSeek team is working on a model that is performing better than Fable 5. Not only that, the OpenAI team is testing a new image model on the arena, and lastly, Grok 4.7 is coming very soon. So let's get into it. So it looks like the DeepSeek team might be working on the next model already, which is kind of interesting because they just dropped the DeepSeek version 4 Pro model last week, and that model is quite capable. It competes with the Frontier Labs, and it competes not only on intelligence but also on price. Obviously, the version 4 Pro model still does not compete with Fable, but I think that is about to change. Based off what we know today, this afternoon, after 2 p.m., users in the domestic communities, meaning China, have started to notice that the DeepSeek's output on the web chat has suddenly changed. And the reason is it's performing much better than it was yesterday. Not only that, what people have been noticing are the chain of thoughts. The chain of thoughts have been acting a little bit different than compared to before. To give you guys a specific example, the obvious signal is that the chain of thought is now saying I'm doing. And this was apparently associated with DeepSeek's strongest beta version, which was like their fingerprint, you can think of it like that. But what people are seeing today is that that has reappeared again. So if their strongest model is once again being tested, that means DeepSeek team is probably doing stealth testing for this model to release it probably soon. Also, some people noticed that the chain of thought for writing style and thinking rhythm clearly is different from the previous online version. So there definitely has been some update. Well, does this mean that we might be getting a new model from them? Not necessarily yet. But then people started actually looking at the output, and what they noticed was that the new output that the model is producing is much stronger compared to before. Bilibili users started to screen record their outputs, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of examples that I have access to. And in those outputs, you can clearly see that this model is trying to match the performance of Fable 5. Not only that, in some cases, actually outperforming Fable 5, which is something that would be crazy. If DeepSeek drops a model like that, then that's going to change up the whole landscape if the pricing still remains competitive. And it also shows you that open source labs are not as behind as people thought originally. A couple of areas where this model has excelled in is things like front end, 3D, SVG code, and more. Now, all of these buckets indicate a couple of things. Number one, the coding capabilities of the model has clearly improved. And number two, this is going to make it much more competitive to OpenAI's model lineup and Anthropic's model lineup. Some people actually compared the outputs to Fable 5 and Opus 5, and the completion quality of the beta version, which is the DeepSeek one, was remarkably high according to them. Now, one thing to remember, that the DeepSeek version 4 Pro was launched on August 13, and this came on the web application and the API. Today, based off what we have noticed, it looks like they're probably doing a small-scale A/B test, and I don't think this model is ready yet, but this does indicate that they probably have a very strong model that they're working on, because if that model is almost ready for release, it's going to change up things a lot. Now, obviously, DeepSeek has not issued any official announcement, and I don't think they will. This is something that most of these labs do anyways. They run stealth tests on their models and try to understand if their models are competing well with the Frontier Labs, try to see if users are actually enjoying their performance with it, but this is the case at the moment. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of things which are outputs. Before we continue, this video is sponsored by Printify. If you ever thought about selling merch or turning some idea you have into an actual product, the thing that usually stops it is the upfront cost. You think you need to order 200 shirts, find somewhere to store them, then pack and ship every order yourself. That's real money spent before you know if anyone actually wants it. Printify works the other way around. It's print on demand, so the product only gets made after someone buys it. You upload a design, put it on a product, and Printify handles the printing and shipping through its fulfillment network. Nothing sitting in your closet or your own space. And since most of you already use AI every day, this part lines up well. You can ask a model for a niche product ideas, slogans, store names, whatever direction you want. Pick one specific enough to test, then make your own original design in Canva or whatever you use, upload it and drop it into a t-shirt, a hoodie, a mug, a poster, a desk mat. There's over 1,300 products in the catalog. From there, you connect it to whatever you want to sell. Etsy, Shopify, TikTok Shop, or your own site. And if you don't want to build a full store yet, there's a pop-up store option, so you get a simple page you can share and test with. The money side is simple. Someone orders, it gets made and shipped, you pay after the sale, and you keep the difference between your price and the product cost. So if you ever thought about testing an idea or product you had in mind, Printify is definitely a great option for you. The link is also in the description if you want to try Printify. Now let's get back into the video. Now obviously these are very limited outputs, but if we take a look at this, we have the Fable 5 output at the top, which is not bad, which is something that we all probably would be happy to receive earlier this year. And underneath that is the Opus 5 generation, which, as we know, Opus 5 outperforms Fable 5 in some areas, and specifically UI elements, I do believe Opus 5 is better than Fable 5. And if we just look at this output, it's clearly the case. But then if we take a look at the output from the DeepSeek model at the bottom, what we see is completely different from Opus 5. This one looks way more comprehensive. The model has put some thought behind even the sun rays, things like that. So there seems to be definitely an improvement in DeepSeek's ability compared to last week, because this is not something I would have expected from a DeepSeek model, especially last week, even though they dropped a new model. But this week, that is definitely happening. And not only that, the Bilibili users also screen recorded some outputs, and it looks like this is a screenshot of the screen recordings, but we're seeing some detailed UI elements. This looks like, I don't know, like somebody's trying to make a simulation of a car or whatever. It's kind of hard for me to tell what that is, and obviously I don't read Chinese, so I couldn't make out what that means. But then we have a bunch of stuff over here. There's the helicopter simulation test over here. I do not know what that is, but anyways, the main point is that the local users in China have definitely caught on that the model is performing better. And as I said, this does not indicate that the model is ready for deployment, but based off what I know, this probably indicates it's going to be coming maybe soon. We could expect this model out in September. I don't know if it will be out this week or end of next week, but I do see it being out more likely middle of September, but that's just me guessing the timeline. I have no official announcement or more evidence to give a confident answer yet, but I'm going to be monitoring the situation. I'm going to be seeing if people outside of China have also kind of experienced this, because so far, only thing I've heard is from communities within China, nothing outside. So yeah, DeepSeek is working on a stronger model, and that model might be beating Fable 5. We also have some news that the OpenAI team is working on a new image model, because their new model, codenamed Luna Lisa Alpha, which we don't know who it belongs to yet, but most people are guessing it belongs to OpenAI, is being tested on Arena. Now this model is probably going to be called GPT Image 2.5 or something like that. But if you guys remember, even last week I made a video about how this model, Lisa, I think that's what it was called last week, was appearing on Arena. People were testing it. Even OpenAI, when I was actually working with the image model this week, I got some A/B testing prompts. So it's probably likely that they're going to drop a new image model soon. Obviously, GPT Image, in my opinion, GPT Image 2 is the strongest image model at the moment. But if Image 2.5 comes, I think this puts pressure on the Google DeepMind team, because they haven't updated their image model, Nano Banana, in a while now. And Nano Banana was probably one of the strongest image models before GPT Image 2 came out. So let's see if Google DeepMind decides to drop Nano Banana soon as well. So it looks like Anthropic is also feeling some pressure competitively, because they just announced that they are extending the 50% increase to weekly Claude code limits through August 31st. And they're trying to make this permanent, but obviously they don't have the infrastructure, at least at the moment, to serve this. And that is why we see Thibaut in the comments from Codex and OpenAI saying that, do not worry, we have compute, obviously taking a shot at Anthropic because they are not able to serve this. But yeah, it looks like Anthropic is feeling some pressure because they are once again forced to increase the weekly Claude code limits to remain competitive and attract users. Now, Grok 4.6 was also launched last week, and this model is 5 times cheaper than GPT 5.6 Sol, and what surprised a lot of users was that this model scored 61 on the Artificial Analysis Index, matching GPT 5.6 Sol. Now, what's really interesting, Elon Musk, obviously he has an incentive to say this, but Grok 4.7 is supposed to be a major upgrade, and this model is coming soon. Now, what this tells me is that the lead that OpenAI and Anthropic had once is slowly deteriorating. Not only is the open source community catching up, but we have other labs like Elon Musk's lab SpaceX dropping new models, dropping competitive Grok models that are competing not only on intelligence, but also competing very strongly on price. And at the same time, we also know that the Meta Lab is also speeding up deployment, and the Muse model obviously is not the best at the moment, but that lab is also bringing some competition. So the whole AI landscape is kind of shifting, because before 2026, we were all relying obviously on OpenAI and Anthropic, but this year, especially the second half of this year, I don't think that's going to be the case anymore. Who knows what the end of the year looks like. But that's it for today's video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, follow our new newsletter as well at universeofai.beehive.com, as well as subscribe to the main channel World of AI, and support us on X by following the Universe of AIZ as well. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.